but it's basically Avengers with gods.
Oh.
Something feels weird.
Shadow, we're going to be releasing you a couple of days early.
Ian McShane already told me a lot about the show, so I would like.
He knows a lot about this show.
Yeah,
he does. Too much.
I would like to know from you what American Gods is about.
It's about me.
Just you?
Yeah, just me. No, he's there's so many ways to describe this show. I'll go into detail, but it's basically Avengers with gods.
Oh,
you know, that's the most simplest way to put it.
Really,
that's a pitch. That's a pitch that Brian Fuller put forward. But it does make sense if once you kind of get to know the show. But I play Shadow Moon, who's an ex-con released from prison 2 days early when news of his wife's death reaches him. She was tragically killed in a car accident. So his whole world has just vanished. She was his everything. So he has nothing, and he basically runs into Ian McShane's Mr. Wednesday, who takes him under his wing, and he basically becomes his bodyguard and chauffeur as Mr. Wednesday travels America, creating an army of what becomes gods, old gods, biblical, mythical gods, to wage war against new gods, new deities in the form of media and technology. So there's a war brewing, and poor Shadow is the man stuck in the middle, just trying to believe what's in front of his eyes.
See, kind of an everyman, like.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna kind of approach the show through Shadow's eyes. So when all these fantastical things start happening, Shadow's a cynic. He doesn't believe in gods. He doesn't believe in magic. You know, he actually does magic tricks himself. So he knows they're fake. So he doesn't believe at all, and it's kind of that journey and that friction that he has to face that will allow the show to be more grounded and believe that all these fantastical things are crazy, because Shadow gets freaked out by these crazy things and he tries to explain it as everyone would. Yeah. You know, if you're starting to see some crazy things, you're going to try and think logically first. And that's what Shadow does, so he keeps the grounded for the audience.
Yeah. So I read the book, and what I find very interesting about the character is that he's just thrown into this world and he has not really a choice about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is something very, what's life like? Like, you know, you just have to do it now.
Yeah,
you
it's
have
awakening.
No choice, you have to do it now. Is this, how did you feel about this? So just being the character who gets thrown in, who's our gateway to the story for the viewer, is this something which is attached to a lot of responsibility? That
Yeah,
you need
for sure, for sure. You know, it's always a huge responsibility to lead any show, but this show is very specific because Shadow's used as a gateway for the audience. You know, we kind of go into the show and experience everything through him, and I give the permission to the audience to feel. You know, so as actors in other shows and other scenarios, you're allowed to switch off. You know, in a conversation with groups of people, as in real life, people will kind of drift away. You know, you think about shopping, you think about your clothes, you think, oh, I'm hungry. Football. I mean, did you see that goal last night? Amazing. You know, but with Shadow, this craziness that's happening around him, as an actor, I had the responsibility to be present for every line and to really think about every line that everyone's saying, because he wants to know what's going on. And that way it makes the audience want to know what's going on. They want to see that confusion, they want to see that fear, they want to see that curiosity. So I felt a lot of responsibility to always be present in the moment and to always kind of pay attention to everything that's going on, because Shadow's an intelligent guy and he would want to know what was going on all the time. So yeah, it was quite a challenge, but one I enjoyed.
Okay, I believe you had a lot of scenes with Ian McShane.
Yes,
you are
too many scenes. Did you know he's a practical joker?
No.
He's a prankster.
What has he done to you?
He's the professional. He's had 50 years in this business.
It's fitting for the role he plays.
No, he is perfect for this role, and he's incredible, and he's going to win awards for this role because he is that incredible. We've all seen his body of work. He's a master of the acting school, and it was an honor to work alongside him and to watch him and see how he performs and just learn, you know, as well. But yeah, there were times when he would try and make you laugh, and the camera's on both of us, but he's professional, so he'll whisper something in my ear just before we go for a take, and I'll start crying, laughing like a schoolgirl. You know, I'm giggling away, and he'll just be like like Mr. Wednesday, just all suave and just, you know. So but that's his role. So he's fine. He's in character. I'm trying not to laugh, and so I just look constipated. So we'd constantly have to keep going again because I'd get the giggles. But that's down to Ian. He's a joker, and I love him a lot. But oh goodness me, lots of fun. He's lots of fun.
So what can you tell us about your character's relationship with Laura? Because I think this is very important in the book. It's like a very personal story for Shadow Moon, and I think it's a little bit beefed up in the show. Laura has a bigger role.
It's very important. The American Gods has a lot of themes, and one of them is a love story. There's a beautiful love story between Laura and Shadow. You know, they're husband and wife who were separated when Shadow goes to prison. But then, like I said before, 2 days before he's released, she dies. But magically, in one way or another, she comes back and they continue to have a relationship. Now in the book, Laura only appears sporadically every now and then, but what we're able to do in American Gods, the adaptation to TV, is flesh out that character and flesh out all the characters and the iconic characters from the book that the fans love, which is great. So we see where Laura went. You know, when she died. We see Laura's backstory. We learn more about these characters that, you know, the fans really love in the book. And so you kind of see this kind of delicate relationship between Shadow and Laura because there's a lot of secrets there that we don't know about. And it's how they balance kind of that kind of seesaw of emotion.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it because I read the book and I always thought that Laura is a character worth, well, exploring. Like,
and we do explore. Brian Fuller and Michael Green have really delved into Laura's backstory, and she's actually one of my favorite characters, along with Mad Sweeney.
I saw a clip. You and him.
Me and Mad Sweeney.
Had some beef, I think.
I mean, Mad Sweeney. He's a 6'6" alcoholic leprechaun, you know, and he got angry, but Shadow Moon had to have a little fight with him, and that was a tough shoot. That took a whole day to shoot, and I was exhausted. You know, Pablo Schreiber's a big guy. He's 6'6", so he's huge. Yeah. But it was fun, you know, having a fight scene with him, and our stunt team was awesome and made sure we were very safe. And
did you have to do a lot of physical work, a lot of fighting?
There was a bit of fighting here and there, yeah, for sure. It's definitely a physical role. Shadow is described in the book as big enough and don't F with him enough to survive prison, you know. So, you know, I had to put on all that weight. I had to go from 175 pounds up to 210 pounds, even a bit beyond at some points. So I kind of had to have that intimidation factor, which was tough. But it definitely helped when dealing with the physical acts of fighting 6'6" leprechauns.
Yeah. Now I want to do something with you, which I already did with Ian, a lightning round. So I just give you a word, and you just react to it.
Okay. Keep it clean. Keep it clean, Ricky.
Brian Fuller.
Genius.
Ian McShane.
God amongst men.
Emily Browning.
Oh. Enchantress.
Old gods or new gods?
Ooh. New gods.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Controversial, right?
That's interesting, yeah. Immortal or mortal? What would you like to be?
Immortal.
Immortal.
Yeah.
Okay. The 100.
Family.
Oh, okay. Cool. Your favorite TV show or movie ever?
Top Gun.
Top Gun? You have to elaborate on that.
Okay, Top Gun just because it was the first movie that I saw as a child. And I was at a party with my parents. My parents were at this big party, and they threw all the kids just into one room and put Top Gun on a big TV, the biggest TV I'd ever seen. It must have been like a projector or something, because I can't quite remember, but I remember it being really big. And it was like the first movie I sat down and watched. And all the kids were messing around, having fun, and I was just mesmerized by this film, and I was just like,
the soundtrack.
I want to be Maverick. I want to be him. He's amazing. And I just, from that moment, I actually wanted to be a pilot. I didn't want to be an actor. I wanted to be Maverick, and I wanted to go and fight the Russians or something. You know, I wanted to fight MiGs as Tom Cruise did. And it's just stayed with me. You know, whenever I watch that film, it gives me great memories, and so it's always going to be important to me.
Okay, final words.
Final words?
Yeah.
You are what you worship. Believe. American Gods coming at you.
Thank you.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Come with me.
Oh, it's because I hear so many like Bayern Munich fans, and obviously
No.
You're still painful about
a lot of
99.
them, yeah. Yeah.
I do.
Still, yeah, lots of
Who do you
them.
support?
In Germany, it's Leverkusen. You know them?
Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They've got
They
some-
played
Didn't we
yesterday
give
against
you
Atletico.
a little Chicharito?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he started scoring millions of goals for you,
yeah,
and we were
yeah.
like, well, can we have him back?
No, we need him. We really need him. He's the one who scores the goals.
Oh.
Okay.